Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's the weekly win streak. It's your boy TP3 Bets, joined by none other than the man himself. What up, bro? We're back here live breaking down that MLB and NBA action for y'all. Well, technically there's no NBA action today, but we're still going to talk about it. That's for damn sure. Bro, how we doing today, my man?
We're living. We're doing all right. The weekend was okay. It's sunny today. Spring is here. Summer is here. Whatever you want to call it in Cleveland. My allergies are rocking. I apologize in advance, folks. Other than that, though, we're doing great. T, how are you?
Man, first of all, it's absolutely inexcusable you're out. I'm just kidding. Doing great, bro, honestly. We had you know what? The entire week came down. It was either going to be a winning or losing week. All came down to the Yankees, and Cody Bellinger hit the fucking grand slam, bro. I was going ham when he hit that. It was an awesome win for the boys. Nice little way to close out a long week of wagers. So we were happy about that one. But yeah, what about you? I see you're on the leaderboard.
Yeah. We, to be honest with you, we weren't doing very well, and then all of a sudden, I got super lucky in golf. And accidentally double bet the Yankees, so it was a max play. I had Bryson to come in second if he didn't come into first, and that was plus 750. That hit. Scotty to win. That was minus 165, but I put over 2 units on it. That hit. A lot of good plays there. But yeah, the Yankees, I went golfing early Sunday, and I looked at plays, and I bet plays the night before, and I didn't remember that I bet the Yankees minus 1. So then I'm doing all my shit. I'm doing everything else. Bangarang Rufio, bet it again. And then I looked at Pickett, and I saw 2 Yankees minus 1s. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? What did I do? I was freaking out. I was mad at myself. Then I was just like, fuck it. We're going to turn this into a positive. It's a max play now. And it cashed. So we got super, super lucky.
Yeah, bro. I was pissed when they left the bases loaded in like the 5th inning but we got them back. I mean, bro, Volpe swung at ball 4 like 10 times, but we ended up getting it done, so it doesn't matter. Great way to win the week. But yeah, man, I'm ready for tonight's games. We got a nice little slate of MLB popping off. We got some NBA, bro. Before we get into the MLB, is there any future bets you're looking at for these upcoming series or for the rest of the NBA playoffs?
Yeah, so I actually put out futures for both series in my VIP. Mm-hmm. I'll give you just a little something. I like the Wolves plus 2.5 games in the series against OKC. I think probably OKC wins, but I could definitely see the Wolves winning. I wasn't impressed by OKC, and I think the Wolves have the perfect recipe to stop them. They have inside presence with Randall and Gobert and Reed. Big guys. OKC likes to drive to the basket, to get to the basket, score inside. And on top of that, they have 2 super lengthy, super athletic defenders that they can throw in waves at SGA. And Nickeil Alexander and McDaniels. And throw him at SGA. I think the Wolves could get it done. So I love the Wolves plus 2.5 in the series. You can find it on DraftKings minus 165. We already put 2 units on it, and if we do good tonight, I'm putting another 2 units on it. T, what about you? What do you think about these series?
Yeah, I think Minnesota has no chance against Oklahoma City. Before the season started, like y'all remember, I gave out those futures on weekly win streak and on SoBet in my VIP. We took Oklahoma City to win the title. We took Oklahoma City to win the West, and I am not hedging out at all. I haven't hedged yet, and I will still not hedge. I don't see anybody getting in front of Oklahoma City. I mean, Julius Randle's been solid. I mean, Oklahoma City's got bodies to throw at him, man. And they played a Golden State team that absolutely sucked. They played a Lakers team that also had nothing besides 3 guards, besides LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves. They didn't even have a team basically besides those 3 players. I think Minnesota is a damn good team, but I just don't think they have a chance against Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's too deep, and they're too good. They're going to use Caruso and Dort as the big bodies to throw at Edwards. They can even throw SGA at him if they need to as well. So they have the bodies to frustrate him. They have open 3-point shooters who can hit open shots, and they just have some dogs over there, man. I mean, Minnesota really has nobody to match up with Jalen Williams here. Chet Holmgren's going to be a matchup problem as well for Julius Randle. And if they want to, they go with Julia. If they go with what's his face, Rudy Gobert on the floor, they got bodies for him too. I just think Oklahoma City's way too deep. Y'all see, yeah, I did see, yeah, bro, that shit was hilarious. Trent, you know, it was even funnier as I was watching the game with my buddy, and I was like, holy shit, bro. I was like, that's Trent sitting courtside dressed up as Chet Holmgren. He was wearing a full and the arm sleeve shoes. Dude, that was pretty funny, honestly. You got to give it a Trent there, man. But yeah, so like if I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked at all to see this look like Dallas series last year where they get done in 4 or 5 games. Like I don't think this series is going to go long at all. I'm not going to bet on somebody to win this series in a certain number of games, but I think Oklahoma City has no problem disposing of Minnesota here in this series.
So you think that this series is an easier matchup than Denver was?
Absolutely. I mean, you have the best player in the entire league over there with Nikola Jokic. You have playoff Jamal Murray. I would take him over playoff Randall any day of the week. I mean, before Aaron Gordon pulled his hammy out, you know, like Aaron Gordon was a freaking beast too. Gonna Snapchat or nah, bro. They still got Hardenstein. They still got other Jalen Williams. They still got I feel like they got one other big man too I'm not thinking of right now they can throw out there at them. But yeah, they got the bodies for him for sure. Nah, I definitely think Denver's a tough. I think Denver and Oklahoma City are the 2 best teams in the league. And honestly, I didn't think Denver's that good outside of those 3, outside of really like their starting 5. But Jokic is just that good.
That's fair. And it remains to be seen. I mean, we will see. It'll be interesting. Important to note, the Thunder and the T-Wolves split the season series 2-2. And in the game that the Timberwolves lost 130 to 127 or 130 to 123 rather. Julius Randle and Gobert didn't play. And the T-Wolves still almost won. I don't know if there's all to be said about that, but I really like the T-Wolves game 1. With an extended break, catching the Thunder off game 7, I do like the Timberwolves game 1 plus the points. I'll tell you guys that just as a little league ski.
Yeah, I definitely do like the Timberwolves to cover the spread tomorrow. So that I definitely do agree with you on that. Also, for what it's worth, Julius Randle has scored over 20 points in 8 out of his last 9 playoff games this postseason. He's at 19.5 tomorrow, so probably not a bad idea to look at Randle props tomorrow as well. The second series, though, between the Knicks and the Pacers, I didn't bet it because it's minus 220, but I like the over 5.5 games in this series. Honestly, I think New York's going to win, but I think Indiana's going to play them pretty freaking tight. I didn't really look to see what happened in the regular season between these two teams. I don't really buy much in the regular season matchups. When like the Thunder and Minnesota, when they played in the regular season, they played, I'm pretty sure both series were like they played one day and they played each other again the next day, or like teams are off back-to-backs and stuff. So it's weird series spots. But I think Indiana's good. I think they're feisty. But at the end of the day, the NBA playoffs at some point comes down to half-court offense. And I think that New York's going to slow it down and make it come down to half-court offense down the stretch. New York has got 2 great half-court offense players, and they have the most cold player in the league with Jalen Brunson. I think New York gets out of this series.
Yeah, 100%. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. And also, from a business standpoint, the NBA cannot, I mean, just think about it logically. The NBA cannot afford to miss out on the Knicks going to the championship. They just can't. It is a huge market, a huge international market, a huge market here. The Pacers, the smallest market, probably the NBA. Like, there are not many markets that are smaller. Maybe the Washington Wizards, maybe the Utah Jazz, maybe the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, the Indiana Pacers are as small as it goes, market-wise. Nobody's going to watch. Nobody will watch the NBA Finals if it's the Pacers versus anyone. No one gives a fuck. Like, the only reason they got away with the Cavs is because it was LeBron. Like, no LeBron, Cavs in the Finals, ain't nobody watching that shit either. And I'm a Cleveland guy. Nobody's watching that.
It's a good point. They need New York versus somebody to get views.
It has to be. 100%.
That's a very good point right there, bro. Yeah, so I'm right there with you, man, on that. All right, let's get over here. Let's get some plays today in the
Let's do it.
MLB. We'll give out a free play. Then I have two games that interested me that I didn't bet, and then and then we'll give out our final two plays. So, bro, kick us off here at the first play of the show.
Yes. I'm going to go to a spot that my boy, the sharpest bettor on the planet, put me onto. TP3 told me, bro, after Sunday Night Baseball, there are things that happen to teams that play the very next day on Mondays. There's something called the Sunday Night Baseball curse. Typically, it's even more applicable to teams that win, but we're applying it here because it does apply. They had travel, they had late night game, and I just think it's a great spot. The line's all over them. Red Sox, money line. Mets just played, as I mentioned, Sunday Night Baseball, and this is more or less a line play, okay? The Mets are in my fade zone. I talk about this all the time. Minus 130, minus 135, fade at all cost. Fade. And that's where the Mets are. Everyone's going to be on them. They have struggled to score. They struggled to score in the Yankee series, and I just think it's a great spot to actually back the better hitting team. Contrary to what people think, the Red Sox are actually the better hitting team in the month of May. They are 11th in batting average, while the Mets are 14th. The line is clearly all over Boston. Boston's at home. The starting pitcher, for whatever reason, the name is I've lost it. He's not a well-known guy. He's not great, but he's serviceable. And at home, he has decent enough numbers. I think the Red Sox get it done today. T, what say you? Am I nuts? And what do you have?
Dobbins actually hasn't been that bad. He's got high K numbers and whatnot.
Dobbins, that's it.
Dude, the only thing that kept me, Dobbins. The only thing that kept me away from making this play is I just think Kota Senga is really good, and I think this line is it's like you said, the line is honestly all over Boston here. So I just felt like I wanted a little bit more take back if I was going to bet Boston here, but it's Boston or pass for me. So I didn't have any appetite whatsoever for the Mets. My batting numbers are leaning more towards Boston here as well. So that is something else in your favor. So yeah, Boston or pass. So I passed the game completely. My first play here, I'm going to go to the Reds versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates can't hit worth a fuck. Yesterday we faded them, and it was Paul Skeens day, and we faded Paul Skeens. He lost 1-0 because he didn't get a single run worth of run support. Pittsburgh's bottom 5 in runs in the last 8 days, bottom 5 in batting average, and their top 5 in strikeouts. Pittsburgh cannot hit. They let a rookie strike them out, I believe, 8 times yesterday. He absolutely dealt. I mean, to be fair, Abel is one of the top pitching prospects in the MLB farm system, but he absolutely dealt. He was throwing nasty stuff. O'Neal Cruz, it looks like he's out of the lineup as well for them today, making it a weaker lineup. And last but not least, you look at this Reds team. Nick Lodolo's solid, man. Lodolo pitches a lot better on the road than he does at home. I believe he is a 2 road ERA as opposed to a 5 at home. Mitch Keller is a 5+ home ERA here. Reds have a solid lineup. They're top 12 in batting average in their last 8 days. The Reds should be able to get it done here in this game. Their bullpen is a little bit depleted here, but I don't think Pittsburgh can score enough runs to win this game.
Yeah, I like that. Lodolo, 1.44 ERA on the road. So, yeah, you're right on the money there, dude. He's dominant on the road. I look for a low-scoring game here. Neither of these teams are super efficient offensively, but it's the Reds or nothing. It's the Reds or nothing. They just swept my Guardians. They're playing really good ball right now, and they are one of the most aggressive teams on the base paths. If you want a fun game to watch, when they actually hit or get on base, man, De La Cruz and these boys, they are just stealing bases. It's very fun to watch. But I like to play. It has to be the Reds or nothing for me there. We go to the second MLB pick. Guys, there's a lot of games today, so we're giving out 2 picks each. Tee us off. What do you have? I believe, if I'm correct, it's a total. Talk to me.
Yeah, we'll play it. We'll talk about that game in 1 second. There was one other game I wanted to talk about. You already brought it up with the Mets game. This Tigers and Cardinals game. The Cardinals are obviously on fire right now. The Cardinals have been kicking ass and taking names, and they're even better at home, where they're second in batting average in all of baseball. I can't bet against the Cardinals, but I was very interested in taking the huge plus money on the Tigers. The Tigers have the best record right now in all of baseball. To see them as this heavy as an underdog was something I was interested in. I will say Kiner Montero has not been that great this season. She's been pretty terrible this year, but there's 14-mile-per-hour wind blowing in. Both these teams are top 10 in my batting stats, so I kind of looked towards the over. Wanted to back the Tigers as well, but this game just became a total pass for me. I don't like that wind aspect here, and I honestly don't want to go against the Cardinals at home. What did you think about this game?
Yeah, when I was looking at it, Detroit didn't have a pitcher listed, and I said, you know what? It's got to end sometime for the Cardinals. And I thought the same thing. Like, the Tigers are a really tough matchup. I feel like this series is going to have better value when I have pitchers that I'm more familiar with. Like Sonny Gray, he's good, don't get me wrong, but you don't really necessarily know what you're going to get from him. He's hittable for sure. I'm more likely to back the Cardinals when they're throwing my favorite player in the MLB. That's what I like. I like that.
Did he pitch us a shutout
Sure
on Saturday?
Fucking did, dude. 2 hits. Two hits.
He's so duplicate. No, bro, he's so like all over the place. Like he'll throw a 2-hitter, like you said, and then he'll give up 5 runs in the first inning. So he's had like multiple good starts in a row. He's due for a bad one.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Favorite player in the MLB. I've watched a lot of them. It's coming. It's definitely coming.
That's the most absurd favorite player out of any sport right there.
I can't help it. I love the guy. I do really like that play. The other thing that I was actually talking to Full Card Sweep about, another capper about, where we were looking at one of the games again. Oh, it was against the White Sox. So Seattle was only minus 198 on the road against the White Sox. And I looked at it from every angle. And it was probably the first time in my life I said to myself, this has to be the White Sox. This has to be the White Sox. It does not make any sense to me why the Mariners are only 198. I look back historically, since the first series, almost every team that's played Chicago has been minus 215 or 218 or stronger favorites. So to see 198, and then I looked at Castillo's road numbers, and they're terrible. I'm like, fuck, man. Should I be sharp and just launch on the White Sox? And then I just said, no, this is crazy. This is nuts. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I would say don't do it,
Right.
but at the same time, I do agree. It feels like a letdown spot. You sweep the Padres and you go play the White Sox, the Castillo on the road. It feels like the perfect spot for the White Sox to win. But yeah, no, fuck that. It's not worth it. For my last play here, I'm gonna go to out west. We're gonna go to the Dodgers. They're hosting the D-backs. Dodgers have gone over the total in 9 out of their last 10 games, 10 out of their last 11 games. They're the number 1 offense in MLB when they're at home. Both these teams are top 3 in batting average in the last 8 days, top 5 in runs, RBIs, hits, walks, all that stuff. They're not striking out. The Dodgers can't win a game right now to save their life. Their pitching staff's been atrocious. Knack is awful and is one of the worst walk rates in all of the MLB. And PFOT has a 5 away ERA and like a 1.4 home ERA. Dude can't pitch on the road here. Runs are going to come in this game. The ball fly out of the park. I think it bumped to 10, but I love the over in this game.
It did bump to 10. But that just means you're on the right track. That just means you're sharper than sharp. PFAD, or however you say that last name, 6.64 ERA on the road. Landon Knack, 7.0 ERA at home. Wind blowing out, 75-degree first pitch. It's all over. I love it. The last play for me, guys, a West Coast adventure, a gallivant, if you will. We are taking the Angels and the A's over 9. You guys are probably sick of hearing it, but Sutter Health Park is the bounce house. It's the highest average run total in the entire MLB. I think even higher than the Rockies. Wind is blowing out, tons of runs being scored. JT Ginn is making his first start in over a month with elbow soreness. They thought they were actually going to have to shut him down for the season. After a small rehab stint, he looked sharp, no pain, no inflammation. So they said, we're going to give it a go. That, to me, screams this dude is going to get lit the fuck up. His last start, he went 3 innings, and in those 3 innings, he gave up 3 home runs. In the bounce house with the wind blowing out against an Angels team that does have power, I think there's runs there. And in the Angels' last 6 games, 4 of them have had 10-plus total runs. It's the bounce house. It's under 10. You have to take it. A's, Angels over 9. I bought it down to 9 because it was minus 144. It's at minus 9.5. I don't hate that either. There's just a tournament coming up on SoBet that I want to win, and I want to get momentum here and now. And I feel like buying half runs in these situations is advantageous. It's just push insurance. It's just push insurance, really. But some people are not in favor of buying a half a run, especially at a price as steep as minus 144. So if you don't like it, 9.5 is minus 112.
I like that play a lot. I looked at that one. Soriano is like a 13.50 career ERA versus the A's, so he's probably going to get rocked in this game. Bro, you mentioned a capping tournament on SoBet. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, absolutely. Great accidental segue. Guys, and I don't want to make too much of this, but at the same time, it's really cool, really important. I can tell you I'm not changing my strategy and what I'm doing in terms of betting. I might throw a couple extra max plays in there. Some people are going to really change their strategy and try to go for the gold and launch a ton of plays, and that's awesome too. But fact of the matter is, SoBet is having a contest where you have a chance, you at home have the chance to go up against TP3 and I, to go up against all the cappers on SoBet, to go up against other people that think they're sharp. If you think you're sharp and you have $15, you can sign up for a SoBet Edge subscription, no renewal required, 1 month, $15, and you're automatically entered into the capper tournament where you can make your own plays, place your own plays, and go against SoBet's best cappers. You think I'm dog shit? You think I can't cap? You think I'm ass? I'm the worst capper ever? I've lost all your bankroll? Prove me you're better. Prove me you're better, brother. Join the tournament today. How do I beat you guys? Just sign up for SoBet Edge, Travis. Sign up for SoBet Edge, and I'll see you in the dust.
Yeah, make sure you use code BROBRO or code TP3. But yeah, I hear a lot of talk out here. Time to put your money where your mouth is. If you're going to talk and you can't put your money where your mouth is, then I don't want to hear it. Yeah, bro. With that being said, man, I think we should go ahead and call it. It's been a long Monday. Ready to become part of my couch and watch some baseball. You got any big plans for tonight?
It is my sister's birthday. Tomorrow, it's actually her sister on Thursday. She's going out of town, and today's really the only day I'm going to be able to see her before her birthday. So I'm going to go over there. We're going to have a little cookout, celebrate the birthday, do gifts, cake, all that good stuff. How about you?
Nice, man. Sit on the couch and watch baseball.
Sounds like a great night to me.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. It should be solid. But yeah, that's all we got for today, guys. We appreciate everyone